Everyone, it's Taylor here with BreakOut Studios online classes. We're getting ready for some ballet basics this morning. I'll get some music playing, give people time to get settled in, grab something to hang on to, stretch a little bit, and we'll get going in like a few minutes or so. Let's get going with our normal warm-up. We'll start facing the bar in a parallel position. So right away, we're starting out parallel, so we're not in a turned out yet, but we're still feeling our lower abdominals zipping up, the backs of our legs engaging together and down to the floor. Our ribs are closed, but we're broadening, opening up our chest, and the weight's placed over the balls of the feet. We start with our right leg. We have a half point and a full point and a half, and down. 2 pushes with the toes, and push other leg, and a half, and full, and half, and down, and push using the toes, trying not to engage the thigh, push, and down. Then we have roll throughs, plie, heels go up, and straighten, and down, reverse the roll through, plie, and stretch, repeat, roll through, keeping those heels glued together so we don't sickle, and reverse, over, plie, using our rotator muscles in our hip sockets, turning out to first. Repeat the same thing in first, a half, and a full, and a half, and down, and push, and lower, and push back to first. Other side, rolling through the foot, push, and lower, push, and lower. And then our roll throughs, peel the heels up, straighten the knees, and down, reverse, the roll through, plie, and stretch. Again, making sure our arch is going over our second toe, not our pinky toe. Over that second toe, straighten, and down right over that second toe, reverse, plie, and stretch. And then we take a turned out, take a turned out in parallel. way down. We'll hang out here for 8 counts. Coming up, a nice little port rock back, up, twist out the spine, and then to the other side, all the way down, nice hamstring stretch, 8 counts down here. 1, 2, back, 4, 5, twist out the spine, and then we'll face the bar again. We'll bring our knee up to our shoulder, circle out the ankle, 8 counts here, and then we'll switch, circle out the ankle, and there'll be some music left over, so take that time to just do whatever stretch you need. So we start half, full, half, push, push, other side, push, push, roll through, reverse the roll through, reverse. Repeat that in first, and then our stretches right and left. Circle out the ankle, other side, and your own stretch. And I'll call things out as we go as well. All right, here we go. Parallel over the balls of the feet. Core compact and shoulders open. And half, full, half, down. 2 pushes, just the toes. Other side, half, full, half, and down. 2 pushes. And our rollers, plie. Heels up, straighten the knees, and down. Reverse, up, straight, over, plie, and repeat. Keeping those heels glued tight together so that we don't sickle. And turn out to first. Half, full, and 2 pushes. Other side. Careful not to single the ankle. And our rollers are going over that second toe. And reverse. Core compact, shoulders open. Rolling through. Not going over that pinky toe. And turn in and parallel stretch, 8 counts. Rolling up and back. And twist out the spine. Repeat to the left, down. Rolling up, back, twist out the spine, and bring that knee up to your shoulder, circle the ankle around, 1 more squeeze, and switch. And finish off with your own stretch. Last little 8 count. All right, there we go. All right, moving on to some plies. So let's start here in first position. You know what? Today, let's start in second position. We'll take it a little out of order. I like doing second position first because you can really open up those hips for our turnout a little bit more. So we'll start in second position today. 7 and 8. So 2 demis. We flip the wrist so that the fingers fold out and demi and stretch. Bring the arm to first and stretch. Flip the wrist, extend the fingers, grand, plie, and 7 and 8. Port de bras, side, and 2 and 2. Let's elevate and lower. Bring it to tendu and first. Flip the wrist, demi, and stretch, and demi, and stretch. As we grand plie, the shoulders stay over those hip bones, grand. And 6, press the heels down to the floor. 8, flip the wrist and forward. 2, roll up through the spine. 4, little elevate and lower, and tendu, go to 5th. And we demi, and stretch, and demi, and stretch. Keeping those hips right underneath the shoulders as we grand plie. 7 and 8. Port de bras back, and 2, 3, and 4. Little elevate and lower, and tendu. Back to first. Let's plie, roll through like we did in that warm-up. And then we'll balance here in a first position with our arms in first as well. So each demi-plie and grand plie, when we start here with our arm in second, we want to extend the fingers by flipping the wrist, and then the fingers float down for all those plies. And each grand plie, we want to keep those shoulders, or the hips, right underneath the shoulders. Don't send the hips back. So second position, 2 demi-plies, 1 grand plie. Towards the bar, press up. First position, 2 demi-plies, 1 grand plie. Port de bras forward, press up. Right into 5th, 2 demi-plies, grand plie. Port de bras to the back, press up. Tendu to first, roll through, and then we'll balance there in first. All right, here we go. Nice and slow. Nice wide second position. Demi, stretch, demi, stretch, and grand plie. And reach towards the bar. Little elevate. To first position. 2 demis. Grand plie, shoulders over hips. Forward. Elevate. Tendu into 5th. 2 demis and a grand plie. Back to first, rolling through. Feel that balance. Our ribs are melting down towards our hip bones. Shoulders open, arch over the second toe. And plie. And finish good. All right, nice. Let's go right around to the left. Here we go. Second position, 2 demis. Extend the fingers, grand plie. And towards the bar. Elevate, lower, So we'll keep the arm to the side here and second. And just like our warm-up, we're gonna have a half point, full and half, and down, half, and full, and half, and side, or first. Half, full, half, down, same thing to the side, and a half, and close. Half, full, half, down, half, and tendu, and half, and first. Two to the side, in, and out, and in. And then we'll reverse all of that from the back. After we do that, we'll take parallel, we'll fold down, do whatever you need down here, shake the hips around, shake the head, pedal out the feet. We'll roll up, and we'll just finish there, no balance. The first front side back, we have a nice rolling through with the foot half, full, half, down. We take those same foot movements out to a tendu, going through that half point and full point and half point and first. Front side back. The two tendus to the side, same thing, but we're going to kind of fuse all those parts together. So now instead of making them half and full and half and down, we're kind of trying to fuse all of them together to create a nice fluid but still slow tendu, really working our foot against the floor, articulating through it kind of like a hand would be. All right, here we go. First position. All right, and half, full, half, first, and half, point, half, first, half, point, half, and to the side and out, and rolling up, rolling down to the back, two to the side, out for two, in for two. Ready, repeat the back. Half, point, half, and half, point, half, and close. Again. To the side. And rolling up. To the front. Two to the side. And turn it, fold forward. Pedal up the feet, shake the head yes or no. Soft for the knees, roll up and vertebrae tight. Turn the heels back into first. And finish, good. So I haven't used this analogy in a while, but I really like it for working through the feet. Really pretend that your feet are kind of in sand. We're at the beach and we're really trying to move all that sand away and manipulate that sand with our toes. Really kind of spreading out and gripping that sand. Here we go, to the left. 7, 8, rolling up. And to the front, move the sand. Rolling up. To the side. And rolling up. To the back. Two to the side, nice and fluid, moving the sand with our toes. To the back. tendu-liés. So a tendu-liés, when we're changing our weight, really useful for all these transitional steps that we do a lot in center. So we'll have fifth position, we'll keep the arm side, we'll have tendu, tendu-lié, and reach, tendu-lié, and reach, and fifth, one more tendu to finish the phrase. To the side, tendu-lié through second, point, tendu-lié, point, close, front, one more tendu, close back. To the back, tendu-lié, point, tendu-lié, point, and fifth, one more tendu. Fifth, four tendus to the side, one, and close. Remembering to put our toe in line with the toe on our standing foot, not too far side, close, three, close, and four, and close. Repeat that to the back. One, through a nice turned out fourth position, reach, turn out, reach, and fifth, and out, and fifth. Side, turn out, we don't have the bar, so we have to put our weight over the ball of our foot, tendu-lié, point, fifth, one more tendu. One tendu-lié, and reach, tendu-lié, reach, fifth, out, fifth, four tendus to the side, 6, 7, 8. After that, take a plie. Let's bring our arms up to fifth high for our susu, and then we'll balance in a susu with our arms fifth high. For all these tendu-liés, the same thing we just did rolling through and articulating our foot for our tendus from first. We're doing the same thing as we do our tendu-liés. We're really rolling through the foot, making sure to not do a pop and up and pop and up. We want to make that plie effortful. All right, here we go. And seven, arm side, tendu, tendu-lié, point, tendu-lié, point, fifth, one more fifth, to the side, point, tendu-lié, point, fifth, out, close, back, to the back. Four to the side, not too far behind you. To the back. Nice gooey tendu-liés, tendu and fifth. To the side, gooey tendu-lié, rolling through the foot. Close back, close front, to the front, tendu-lié, reach. Four side. Plie, susu, arms fifth high, hold that balance. Lengthening in that lower spine, inner thighs interlocked together. One more lift through the wrists and the fingers, and plie, release, and finish. Good. When we do these tendu-liés to the left now, really making sure we spoke about keeping our hip bones right underneath our shoulders for all of our pliés. And that's coming into play here, making sure to not send the hips back for the tendu-liés, but keeping them right under our shoulders the entire time. Here we go to the left. Arm side, tendu, tendu-lié, and reach. Reach. Fifth, out, and fifth. To the side, shoulders over hips. Close front. Close back. To the back, tendu-lié. Lots of opposition, wrists to the ceiling, toes drilling a hole down into the floor. And release into a plie. And finish, good. All right, now moving on to some dégagés. Okay, let's use our port de bras this one. So we'll use the arm fifth high to the front, arm side to the side, and a nice arabesque arm to the back. So let me do this side so I can even out my legs. 7 and 8. We have brush plie and a brush plie, dégagé, piqué, piqué, and fit. Brush plie, brush gooey plie, brush piqué, piqué, and fit. To the back, plie and back, plie and back, piqué, piqué, fit, coupe back on flat, weight over the ball of the foot, balance, balance, 5, 6, plie 7, stretch 8, and then we're ready to go to the back. Brush, gooey plie, brush, gooey plie, brush, sharp and lift and fit. Side, plie, side, plie, side, piqué, piqué, fit. Front, plie, front, piqué, piqué, fit, coupe front. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we'll just finish there. We won't balance after that one. So with these dégagés, during our warm-up we did lots of toes pushing the floor away. So now we're doing that same action of pushing the toes for our dégagés. So now our tendu comes off the floor, disengages for dégagé. Push, push, really activate the toes to prepare for jumps later on. And for these pliés, keeping those hip bones right underneath the shoulders as we do a nice gooey plie, not a pop back and spring back up. Out, plie, and brush, plie, and toes, lift, lift, and fit, side and back, and then a coupe balance on flat. All right. Here we go, using a port de bras. 6, 7, 8. Brush, plie, brush, plie, brush, piqué, piqué, and fit to the side. Piqué, piqué to the back. And coupe back, balance, arms in first. Plie to the back, brush, plie. To the side, brush. To the front. Using the toes. Coupe to the front, rotate that knee side, heel forward. And plie, and finish, good. All right, let's go right around to the left, really using those toes against the floor to the left as well. Here we go. 6, 7, arm up, toes, plie, and toes. Not too high, just an inch off the floor. Brush, and toes. Brush, piqué, piqué to the back. Brush, brush, piqué, and coupe back. Plie from the back. To the side, brush, gooey. And last toes, piqué, piqué, and coupe front, rotate that knee out, heel forward, and plie, and finish. There we go. All right, one last little dégagé from first before we move on to rond de jambes. Getting our feet even more ready for jumps when that day comes again. So, we'll start in first position. And we'll have 8 dégagés to the right. Accent in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, toes, 8, brush out, lunge and push, lunge, roll the foot to push, lunge and push, and first to the left, 8, dégagés, 5, 6, 7, 8, out, lunge, push, toe ball, heel, heel ball, toe, lunge and push, and first. We'll repeat it twice through, 8 dégagés, lunge, push, lunge, push, lunge, push. First, to the left, same thing. After that, let's do a little elevate up to first. Coupe back, balance facing the bar. Arms in first, feel that balance. Then on your own timing, switch through a releve in first. Balance on the left. Balance, plie, and then we'll finish there. So when we're balancing this coupe back, whenever our foot's behind our leg, instead of the coupe front, it's so tempting for our body to want to lean back even just slightly. So really think about your ribs melting down towards those hip bones and our hip bones lifting up to the ribs. We have that nice compact stomach, but our chest and sternum is very open and broad as we feel that balance. 8 dégagés, out, lunge and push, lunge and push, lunge and push. First, left, right, left again, and then our balances. Here we go. And 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and out. Lunge, push, lunge, push, lunge, push to the left. 8. Out, roll through and push, like a jump. Again. Activate the toes. Out, lunge, toes. Toes. Toes to the left. Careful not to lean back. Out, lunge, push, and elevate. Coupe back, those ribs melting down towards the hips, hips coming up to meet the ribs. Balance, long neck. And to the left. Make sure those toes are spread out on the floor. Don't grip in that releve. And plie. And finish. There we go. All right, moving on to some rond de jambes. I feel like my hip needs to pop, and it has not. There's like a little pop. Well, that wasn't like, okay. Anyways, so let's do from 5th position. All right, that's right. 7, arm side, 8. We're gonna flex around the first time. Flex to the front, lead with the heel and the inner thigh to the side. Keep leading with that to the back and point. And slow on the floor. And side and back and first. 4 more, front, around, first and front, around, first and front, around, first and front, around, 5th. We reverse that from the back. So flex, drop that hip side, drop it, heel comes forward to the front, and point. And on the floor, same feeling, but now with the pointed toe. And first, and 4 more. Around, first and back. Around, first and back. Around, and back. Around, 5th. And then our normal port de bras. So port de bras forward. 2, 3, 4. Just feel a nice, easy passe. 6, and 7, and 8. To the back. 2, 3, 4. Without lifting the hip, we'll passe to the back with our inside leg. 7 and 8. Side, 2, 3, 4. Away, 6, 7, 8. Plie. Up to sous-sus or stay flat. Draw a line up the ankle, the shin to meet the knee, or wherever your passe height is, and then we'll balance there in our passe. So I've spoken about this before, but a passe is not necessarily toe to knee. That's the goal. But our passe kite is wherever we can use our hamstring and inner thigh to lift the toe up as high as we can without affecting this working hip. So this hip does not want to move. Instead, we want to pull up and lift on the standing hip as we use these muscles to lift the toe to as high as we can. Knee, hopefully that's the goal, or as high as we can without lifting this. Because if this happens, we're not able to balance, and we're definitely not able to turn in that. So we want to keep those hips nice and level. If we had a leveler, we could put it right on our hips and it would just stay exactly level. Yeah, so really initiating from those hips for this first rond de jambe. Flex, inner thigh and heel around from that hip socket. Flex and point. Same thing, but now pointed toe, side, back. First 4 more rond de jambes, close back. Reverse all that. Port de bras forward, just feel that nice passe on flat without moving the hips. Port de bras back, feel that nice passe on flat without moving the hips. Port de bras side, port de bras away, plie, sous-sus. Draw a line up as high as we can without lifting this hip. And we'll balance there in our passe. All right, here we go. And nice flexed foot, front, heel side, back, and point. Front, side, back, and first, and front, around. First, front, around, 2 more. Last one, close fit. Flex back, side, front reach to point, brush back. 4 more, back, around. And last one, ready for port de bras front, forward. And finish nice. All right, good. Here we go to the left. Oh, I was gonna say something and I forgot. Well, it must not be important. Here we go, to the left. And keeping a nice arm to the side. Rotate to the back. Point, brush through first, front, side, back, first. 4 more, around, and 2, and 3. Last one, flex back. All right, I'm gonna play our fondue music, so you can use this time to kind of stretch out a little bit more on your own, whatever your body needs. And then we'll move on to some fondues. Here we go. All right, your own stretch. So we're going to do this one right and left without stopping the music. And we're going to add a little port de bras with this fondue as well. If it ever gets too much for you, arm to the side is awesome as well. But if you want to add in a little arm and leg coordination, we'll be doing that. So 5th position, 7 and 8. Just like our pleats, we're going to flip the wrist to fondue. Arm comes en bas. Fondue, arm first, extend. Same thing, side and back. Fondue, arm down, fondue to the side. And fondue, coupe, and fondue to the back. Let's balance, arms up, arms down, close fit. Repeat from the back. So we lead with the wrist and the fingers kind of paint the side next to you. Fondue, en bas, and fondue to the back. And fondue, en bas, and fondue, knees straighten together. And fondue, hold that coupe, and fondue, knees straighten together. Little balance, arms up and down. 5th, just go around to the other side. Nothing pretty, just get yourself around. And then we'll go to the left, yeah. So the wrist flips down, en bas down here, a 5th low. Fondue, out, fondue, coupe, fondue, out, fondue, coupe, fondue, out. Test your balance, little challenge, bring the arms up to 5th high, back down and close 5th. Reverse all that, and then we'll finish. Really making sure that all these fondues, it needs to melt. So we really want to feel that we're melting, we're moving through honey or molasses is what my teacher always said. We're really trying to make it effortful. We're pushing that honey away. It's not a very poppy plie. Here we go. Arm 7 to the side on 8. We fondue. Arm down. Fondue to the front. Fondue, hold the coupe. Fondue to the side. Fondue down. Fondue to frappes, speeding things up. So we're gonna have little preparation, 7, and flex that heel to the ankle on 8. We have 3 frappes, strike 1, in, strike 2, in, strike 3, brush to the back, in, strike out, in, strike 2, strike 3, brush to the front, 4 side, strike, in, strike, and 4. Little slow petit battement, as slow or as fast as you want. Front, switch, back and front. Back and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. And make sure we flex so that we're ready to strike to the back. So 1, 2, 3, brush front. And 1, 2, 3, brush back. 4, 1, strike with the ball of the foot. 3 and 4, petit battement. And 6 and 7 and 8, 5th. Yeah, so those petit battements can be musical, slow, musical fast, or just kind of moving through the music. The main important thing with these petit battements is to not move the knee. Yeah, the knee and the thigh stays exactly where it is, and we just extend the toe out and in, out and in, out and in, switching front back. We don't want to have this happen, and we don't want to lift the knee up. Yeah, so as slow or as fast as you want, making sure you're ready to flex to the back by 8 and. So we're ready to strike. All right, here we go. Striking the floor with the ball of our foot. And 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, brush to the back. 1, 2, 3, brush to the front. Side, 4, strike, 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 petit battement, beat, beat, and flex to the back. 1, 2, 3, brush front. 1, back and side. Petit battement. 5th and finish. There we go. I call this petit battement like the robot leg to my kids, you know, because they're kind of just like, you're not wanting to move this, it's just hinging at the elbow or the knee, and like they had no idea what that was. So that was fun and aging. Anyways, let's go to the left. 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, brush to the back, in, out, strike, strike, brush to the front, strike, 2, with the ball of foot, and petit battement, beat, 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 flex to the back, 1, 3, brush to the front, and out, strike, strike, brush to the back, and out, and petit battement. 5th finish. There we go. All right. So finishing off with our grand battements, let's just do 3 grand battements and a plie en croix. En croix meaning in the shape of a cross. So en croix is front, side, back, side. So now we get to brush the floor. Unlike dégagés, we don't have to stop that momentum at 2 inches off the floor. Now we can brush to our highest potential without moving the working hip. So we have brush and 5th, brush and 5th, grand battement, 5th plie to the side, grand battement, 5th, brush, 3, plie, arm comes through first, extend, arabesque, grand battement, 5th, 2, 3, plie to the side, 1, 2, 3, plie, and finish. With these grand battements, our legs are going higher than we've been doing in class, tendues and dégagés. Make sure that we have a nice fluid arm against the bar, especially to the back. To the back, we're getting that leg up higher, so we do allow our hips to tilt just a little bit now. The ribs are going to come forward. The chest stays open. We don't want to drop this way. But if we keep the arm exactly where it is, I'll show you. If we keep the arm exactly where it is, and I go to the back, my shoulder kind of hikes up and my elbow's behind me, and then I'm practicing this position, which we don't really want for arabesque later on. So make sure as we go to the back, our arm is going to slide forward and back as our hips go a little bit released and come back up. So we have a nice fluid arm against that bar. So that means we can't be gripping it for balance. All right, here we go. 3 grand battements en croix and a plie to change the arm. And 7, arm up, brush, fit, 2, 3, plie to the side, 1, brush, down to go up, plie to the back, gliding the arm against the bar, to the side, here we go, and arm up, brush, 2, 3, plie, brush, 2, 3, plie to the back, gliding the arm, last time side, we're done with the bar. We're going to come center and do a nice little adagio, getting on our weight. But take a moment to stretch, get water, maybe do some releves on one leg with the bar. Whatever you need. We'll come center in like a minute and a half. I'll play our music. To be serenaded with some Phantom of the Opera music. So we're going to do this combination twice through. The first time we'll just keep our leg on the floor to find our balance. The second time we'll add a little extra challenge, kind of lifting the leg off the floor. So, and adding a nice little port de bras that we worked on so much at bar. We'll have fifth position, just facing en face, meaning front facing, not a croisé or effacé, just en face. We'll have plie, arms float down, chassé, tendu to the back, and fit, plie, chassé, on your leg to the side, and fifth. Plie, chasse, tendu to the front, and fifth. Leave the arms to the side. We'll fondu, back, side, fifth. Again, pas de bourrée. Then we go to the left. Extend the fingers, the wrist and fingers float down, plie. Come down on bob through first as we chasse. Open out to the side and fit. Same arms each time as we go to the side. Fit, plie, chasse back, tendu to the front. Fit, fondu, pas de bourrée, fondu, pas de bourrée. And then we'll finish there and we'll talk about it when we repeat it for the second time. So making sure that these arms always stay in front of you, even when they open out to the side. Make sure they don't go behind you because then our ribs stick out and our abdominals are not engaged. Making sure they stay a little bit in front of you so our weight can stay over the ball of our heel, our abdominals can stay engaged, and our elbows aren't behind us, yeah? So chasse to the front, chasse to the side, making sure that we change back to front, chasse to the back, and two pas de bourrées, back, side, front. Here we go. Arm side, fifth. Plie, chasse, tendu, close fifth, and plie, chasse side, reach, close fifth, and plie, chasse, tendu, fifth, fondu, back side fifth, fondu, pas de bourrée to the left, plie, heel forward, reach arm in front of you, and plie, chasse on the floor, reach, fifth, last time to the back, hips stay under the shoulders, and fondu, back side fifth, fondu, pas de bourrée, finish, good. Whew, a little arm workout, all those arms that we just did. So now we're gonna repeat this, and now we're gonna bring the leg up off the floor just a little bit. We don't have to like reach for 90 or a high leg, but just to kind of make sure we're not using that foot as a kickstand when we're doing these chasses. So now we're gonna have, I'll kind of face on the angle. You're gonna be doing this front, but just so you can see, plie, chasse to the back, lift off the floor a little bit, fifth, and plie, chasse off the floor just a little bit, gotta be with the weight over the ball of the foot, fifth, and plie. Careful not to send the hips back, keeping the hips around the shoulders off the floor just a little bit. And fifth, another option to add more arms, we'll have a fondu. Same arm comes in first as our standing leg, pas de bourrée, switch, fondu, pas de bourrée. And then we'll go to the left. So now we really gotta make sure that our arms stay in front of us because if we lean back, it's gonna be hard to get the leg off. Keeping the weight over the ball of the foot and not lifting that working hip like we talked about in passe. And then when we go to the back, not leaning back with the hips, keeping the hips right underneath the shoulders like we worked on in plie so that we can lift that toe up nicely to the front. All right, a little weight challenge here. And plie. Chasse, arms in front of you as you reach the back. Fifth, and plie. Chasse, lift to the side. Fifth, plie. Chasse, front. Fifth, little arm fondu. nice big second position. We'll stretch it out to finish off. Here we go. So a nice wide, naturally turned out second position. Let's take a big grand plie. And down. And turn in and fold forward. And rock the hips, pedal out the feet, shake the head around. Soften the knees to roll up. And reach the arm down, out, up, and to the side. And other arm down, out, and over. And grab something to hang on to. Bring your ankle to your opposite knee. Sit your hips back into a chair. Let's hang out here for 8 more counts. Really sitting those hips back and your chest forward and down. And switch other side. Ankle to opposite knee. Send the hips back. And one more 8 count here. Really send those hips back and the chest out and down. And grab that foot, bring it for a quad stretch. Trying to glue those knees together, the depth of the lower abdominals. And switch to the other side. Try and keep those knees as close together as you can while we're pulling the hips up. And find yourself in a natural first position. All 5 toes anchored down to the floor, weight over the balls of the feet. Kneecaps pulled up and lifted. Tailbone heavy down to the floor. Lower abdominals pulled up. Ribs closed, but sternum and chest open. Relax the neck, shake the head no. Let the earlobes and the jaw hang heavy. One more big deep breath in. And exhale it out. Oh, that went perfectly with the music. Nice. I planned that out so well. All right, we're done. Thank you everyone for joining me for our ballet basics this morning. I'll see you guys next week. Have a nice rest of your week. Bye. Thank you.